Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about patch 11.1 and about the new zone Undermine, and I will go through all the new mounts you will be able to get, and I will explain how exactly you will be able to get each of these different mounts. First, let's start with the new mounts that are linked to the Renowns and also to the different factions. So here we have first for the main Renown for all the different cartels of Undermine, we have these two mounts. At rank 15, you will be able to purchase the Violet Armored Growler from these vendors, Max Topskimmer, who is located right here in the Intercontinental Hotel. And you will be able to buy this mount for 8,125 of the different resonance crystals. And then when you will reach rank 19, you will be able to buy this rocket, the Topskimmer Special, and you will be able to buy it for 11,375 thousand of the different resonance crystals. Then for the Bilgewater cartel reputation, you will be able to buy from this vendor, Rocco Rasboom, who is located right here in the map. You will be able to buy the Crimson Armor Growler for 8,125 of the different resonance crystals when you will reach Exalted with this faction. So this is a very nice mount as well. And then when you will reach Exalted, you will be able to start collecting the different Bilgewater Trove. These are the different Paragon chests. And inside you will have a small chance of getting this mount right here, the Bilgewater Bombardier. So this is the other mount linked to this reputation. Then for the Blackwater cartel, you will be able to find Boatswain RD right here in that part of the map. And here you will be able to buy this mount, the Blackwater Shredder Deluxe MK2 for 8,125 of the different resonance crystals when you will reach Exalted with this reputation. And then again, when you will reach Exalted, you will be able to get all the different Paragons chests. So just as a reminder, each time you will reach 1,000 or 10,000 more reputation points, you will get one of these different chests. And here inside these different chests, you will have a chance at getting the Blackwater Bonecrusher, which is the blue version of these new hyena mounts. Then after that, we have the Venture Co cartel, and here you will be able to find the vendor right here, and his name is Shreds the S.C.R.A.Per. So with this reputation, when you will reach Exalted, you will be able to get the Ocher delivery rocket, which is this cool yellow rocket, and again it will cost you 11,375 of the different resonance crystals in order to get it. And then with that you will also have this other mount right here, the Venture Co-ordinator, and this is something you will be able to get in the Paragon chest or the Venture Co Trove, and again it won't be guaranteed, it will be a rare drop. Then you also have the Steamwheedle cartel. Here you will be able to find the main vendor right here in the Vatworks, and her name is Lab Assistant Lastly. So when you will reach Exalted, you will be able to get the mean green flying machine for 11,375 of the different resonance crystals. And then after that, you will also have this overmount right here, the Steamwheedle Supplier, that will have a chance at dropping from the different Paragons chests. Then we will have a fifth secret cartel called the Darkfuse Solutions. And so here from the vendor Siege Lowdown, you will be able to buy the Darkfuse Demolisher for 11,375,000 of the different resonance crystals. Then from the Trove, you will also be able to get the Bronze Goblin Waveshredder. So again, from the Paragon chest for this reputation, you will be able to get this mount. And finally, linked to that, you will also have the Darkfuse Spy High. So here you will need to do the world quest Darkfuse Precipitant in order to get the mount. And so for this mount, you will need to kill the rare Darkfuse Precipitant, which is part of the world quest. And so here the requirements are that you need to first have reached Renown 6 with the cartels of Undermine, and then you also need to have a canister of Darkfuse Solutions. And here you want to go at the southwest corner of the Vatworks next to a swimming pool, and you will be able to talk to the Depollution Station X1119, and like that you will be able to start the event to spawn the rare, the Darkfuse Precipitant, that will then drop the mount. Now let's go through all the new mounts that will be linked to the new raid, the Liberation of Undermine. So first of all, from the last boss, Chrome King Gallywix, in any difficulties, you will have a chance at getting the prototype A.S.M.R mount, which is this really cool flying mount right here. So this is something again that normally you will be able to have a chance at getting even in NFR. And so if you really want it, I would recommend you to try and do the raid in all the different difficulties. And of course, it will normally be a personal loot, so I'm not sure if you will be able to exchange it or not. But if that's not the case, then you will have to get it yourself. And then next to that, in Mythic difficulty, you will be able to get the keys to the Big G. And so this mount is this one right here. And this is another really cool flying mount. So as you can see, you will be on top of it. And this is the head of Gallywix. And again, I'm just surprised of how big this mount is. Right now I'm playing on a Tauren, and as you can see, I will be very small on top of the mount. So overall, this is a really cool mount. And keep in mind, during the entire duration of the War Within, this mount will be a guaranteed drop when you kill Gallywix in Mythic difficulty, and at the end of the War Within, you will only have a probably 0.1% chance at dropping the mount. Next to that, we also have the new Glory of the Raider achievement mount, which will be the Junkmaestro Magnetomech. And this is the mount, so as you can see, it will look like that, which again, I think is a pretty nice mount and something that definitely I'm sure a lot of players will be happy to get. Then with this new raid, we have also a Renown track that will be specific to the raid, and each time you will be able to unlock some really cool rewards linked to the raid. So in total, you have 20 different Renown levels, and you will be able to unlock 3 mounts through this Renown system. So the first one is this red rocket right here. As you can see, this mount will only cost you 500 gold, and you will be able to buy it from Endo the Gat. We don't know exactly where this vendor is located, and so you will be able to buy this mount when reaching Renown 8 with the new raid. And keep in mind that it will take you normally 1 week per Renown, so it means that, for instance, this mount you will only be able to buy it after 2 months, which is pretty long, but again, this is how Blizzard decided to design this new system. Then at Renown 17, you will be able to get the Darkfuse Chompactor, which is this dark version of the Hyena mounts. For some reason, I cannot show it to you. And you will be able to buy it for 500 gold again from the same vendor. And so all you have to do is to reach Renown 17. And finally, the one that everyone is of course very excited about is the Furious Flarendo mount. This is the big Mecha T-Rex mount that you will be able to get when reaching Renown 20 with the Renown track, which is the maximum Renown. And for those of you who haven't seen the mount, this is basically what it will look like, and it will be a very big mount, so definitely something worth farming for, even though it will require you to do the raid every week for on average 4 months in order for you to finally get your hands on this really cool Mecha T-Rex mount. But at least it's not based on RNG, and you will be guaranteed to get it as soon as you reach Renown 20. You will also be able to get the 3 following mounts with the different miscellaneous Mechanica items. So here, as you can see, you have the Margin Manipulator mount, then you have the Innovation Investigator, and finally, you also have the Asset Advocator. So these different mounts will require you to have 25 of the different Mechanica items for each of them. And the way you get these different items is by simply killing all the different rares in the zone. They will have a small chance at dropping from any of the rares in the zone. And also you will normally get some when opening some of the different Paragon chests that are linked to the different cartel reputations from the Undermine patch. And finally, apparently, some people in the PTR were able to already reach Renown 13 with the cartels of Undermine. And you might be able to also get some when doing the different dumpster dive and when getting some of these different containers that are linked to this specific activity. So these different items will be pretty annoying to get because these are pretty rare. And in total, you will need 75 of them in order to get all 3 of the mounts. But at least these are warband items, so it means that you can farm them on all the different alts that you have. and then send them on your main character and buy the different mounts on this character. And another thing that I want to stress is that so far, based on what we have available from the PTR, these different mounts are binds when used, which means that normally if it stays like that, you will be able to buy them and then sell them on the auction house. So it would mean that you would also be able to purchase them directly from the auction house. So after that, we have the personalized Goblin S.C.R.A.Per, and as you can see, you will be able to get it through the gun-covered thingy. So this item is this green item right here, the gun-covered thingy. Basically, this is linked to the scrapping activity that is part of the new zone. And so here, when you will reach Renown 11 with the Cartels of Undermine, you will be able to have a chance at getting some of these different gunks when doing the different scrapping sites. And so when you have one of these items, you can come right here and talk to Angelo. As you can see, will be located here in this part of the map. And you will be able to buy one of the scrapping Deluxe box. And inside, you will have a very small chance at getting the personalized Goblin S.C.R.A.Per. Then also linked to the scrapping activity, we have the Salvaged Goblin Gazillionaire's flying machine. So this one will drop from the rare Gladiator garbage. And so the way you summon this rare is by excavating 500 pieces of trash at the same scrapping drop site. And here, as you can see, you will then be able to summon the Gladiator garbage, and you will receive this achievement when killing him. And then you will have a small chance at getting the Salvaged Goblin Gazillionaire's flying machine. And probably this is something you can also do with a group. So if you don't have the scrapping capacity, you will probably be able to find some groups to do it. Now, in terms of PvP, you will be able to get two new vicious mounts, and these are these Electro Eels. So as you can see right here, this is the old version, and I do think these mounts are actually super cool and very unique. We don't have any other Electro Eels or Eels mounts in the game, so this is really cool that the vicious mounts this season are completely unique. Then as you can see, this is the Alliance version right here, which is the blue version. And again, you can see all the details on this really cool mounts. And then after that, you will also have the new Gladiator Fellbat mount, which is this model right here. And personally, I'm not a big fan, and I also think that the color for this specific season is really not that great. But you will be able to get that if you reach Gladiator for Season 2. Now, when it comes to the Delves, you will be able to get this new Delver's Gob-Trotter when doing the intro quest for the Delves for Season 2. And so as you can see, this is this new flying mount right here that you will be able to also customize. So I think this one looks pretty cool, and I love the green lights on it. So again, here it will be very easy. You just want to do the intro quest for Delves for Season 2, and you will receive the mount. And then it will come with a few of the different schematics that you will be able to buy from Reno Jackson in Dornogal. And as you can see, you will be able to change a few things on your mount. And finally, you will also be able to get the Delver's Gob-Trotter schematic gold, which will allow you to get this appearance right here, which is really nice. And this one will come from Let Me Solo Him, the Underpin, which is the new S.C.R.A.Per for this new season of Delves. And as you can see, you will need to defeat the Underpin in his lair on tier question mark without any other players, so as a solo party. And this is something again that will only be available during Season 2. In Season 2, we will also be getting two new mounts from Mythic Plus. So first we have the Crimson Shredder tank, and as you can see, this one will be the reward for the Keystone Master achievement. And then we also have the Enterprising Shredder tank, and this time you will need to do the achievement Keystone Legend for Season 2, which will require you to get a rating of 3000 in order to get this mount. So this one will be definitely more difficult to get than the Keystone Master Achievement one, and both of them are the same model. And for those of you who are not sure, yes, these two mounts will be flying mounts, and as you can see, it will look like that when you will be flying with these new mounts. Finally, in patch 11.1, we will also be getting a few new mounts through the trading post and probably also through the shop. So first, we have 4 different Darkmoon Charger mounts. So here, as you can see, we have this dark and green version right here. Then we have this purple version right here, which I think looks really, really awesome. Then we have the green version, which is this one right here. And finally, we also have the white version. So normally these will be available through the trading post, but most likely Blizzard will also release some of them through the shop. It's always a little bit like that. And my guess is that it's probably going to be for April or maybe for May. We'll have to wait and see. But these are really, really cool mounts. Then next to that, we also have a bunch of new butterfly mounts. So here, for instance, we have this one right here, and all of them are changing colors, which I think is pretty cool. Then we have this other version right here, or this is the same one. Then we have this one right here. So again, as you can see, these are changing colors. Then we have the blue one, which I think looks pretty cool. And again, this is the blue and purple version. And we also have the red one, which I think, in my opinion, is the best one. And normally here, I'm pretty sure that the red and the pale one will be part of the training post probably for March, because they were displayed on the PTR for 1 day, and probably this is the different mounts that we will be able to get through the training post. And finally, we also have these two other mounts right here. So there is the Emerald Snail. This is just one of the recorded snails from Dragonflight, and then also we have the Chimmerist Free Runner, which is another one of these different unicorn mounts. So these are all the new mounts that we will be able to get in patch 11.1 and in season 2. Maybe Blizzard will add a few more, especially through the training posts and everything. But at least so far, these are the ones that we know we will be able to get. So let me know in the comments what you think about all these different mounts, if you're excited or not about some of them, and also what you think about patch 11.1 in general. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!